Hey guys, good evening. Guys, if you're able to see my screen, just type S in the chat box. If you are able to see my screen, just type S in the chat box so that we can get started. Yeah, okay, great. Thanks for the confirmation, guys. So let's begin today's session. So in the last few sessions, I've covered HTML. So here we have come to an item where, we completed till, creating the buttons in different ways we completed. Now, the next thing is how to write the JavaScript code inside the HTML is something I'm going to start now. Okay. How to write the JavaScript code inside HTML. So till now, we have created the HTML files and all. Nowhere we have written the JavaScript code, right? Or we can see this later, guys. Okay. Why to directly go with JavaScript or something? Maybe, yeah, there's a reason why we have to go with that. I'll tell you. Fine. So anyhow, let's go in the same process. Let's not change the stuff. So you already know, right, what is JavaScript? I covered in the beginning of the session. I covered like this. So HTML will only be used for creating the structure of the page. For example, if I take an example of this doll, okay, if I take an example of a doll, okay, if you just create a structure for the doll, okay, let's say you are manufacturing, you have a company, dolls, I mean, toy company is there. You manufacture the toys, let's say. First, you will construct the toy, right? Structure you will create for the toy, okay? So after creating the structure, this structure can be created, let's assume that using HTML, okay? Like structure of the web pages can be created using HTML. Now, if I want to make some styling, if I want to give some colors or some kind of interiors and exteriors to this toy, then what I have to do, I have to give some colors, right? Styling I have to do. I have to do some styling, guys. Okay, I have to do some styling like this. Some styling I have to do. So this one is possible with the help of CSS, as I explained already in the previous sessions. Now, if when you have to go with JavaScript, for example, you would like to put some batteries into this doll, and the doll will start, roaming here and there, or doing some dance, or doing some movements and all. Okay, some movements it is doing. Okay, all this stuff are possible with the help of JavaScript. So only with HTML, you can only create the structure for the web pages. And if you want this kind of styling, you have to go with what? You have to go with CSS for this. If you want the dynamic nature of the doll, you have to go with the JavaScript. JavaScript will bring you the dynamic nature for this doll, okay, or toy. Now, understood, guys, what is HTML, what is CSS, and what is JavaScript? At a high level, okay, this is not an exact way of explaining, but you just compare these dolls and understand. HTML is just a structure, okay? It will create the structure of the web pages. If you want to give some colors and all, stylings and all, like font size, font family, okay, then color, font color, etc., and all those stuff, okay? Then we have to apply the CSS for this HTML code. Then coloring will come for that web pages, okay? Otherwise, the web pages will look dull with some kind of elements. And if you want the elements, web elements on the web pages dynamic, if you want the web elements on this web pages dynamic and to perform actions without the page getting loaded, etc. Without the page getting loaded, if you click on some button, something should happen. All this kind of stuff will happen with JavaScript. By the end of this session, you'll understand, guys, okay, what exactly CSS will be applied, how exactly JavaScript will be applied, how it will make difference to the HTML code. By the end of the session, you will understand, okay? Okay, so don't worry. If you theoretically try to understand at this level, I'm going to make this practical in the coming examples. Okay, till then you just be here. Okay, so but how to mention or write the JavaScript code is something. So HTML is providing some tags. Okay, in HTML code, if you want to write some JavaScript code, okay, from the HTML code itself, if you want to write some JavaScript code, you have to write HTML/HTML. Okay, this we already know. How to write the HTML code, you already know, right? Save as. I'll just save that in the same place, downloads folder, in the same batch2 folder. Okay, here somewhere here I'll say all files, all types, otherwise. And HTML4 was there. I'll just save this with a different name, 5. HTML file 5.html I'll create. HTML file got created, guys. Here we got the head. Here we got the body. Okay. So for the first time, I'm showing you how to write the JavaScript code inside the HTML file. Okay. So here title JavaScript inside HTML. JavaScript inside HTML. Okay. Fine. Here we have the body, and I'll create a. We'll see what example I would like to take. I'll take it from the notes. Okay. Now what I'm trying to do here is, if you want to run some JavaScript code inside this HTML file, using the HTML file, if you want to run some JavaScript code, we have to use some tags known as script tags. Okay. You can use some tags known as script tags. Here in the head section, I can use. Okay. I can use in the head section. I can write the script tags inside the head section. Inside the head section, I can write the script tags. I can also write the script tags other place also. I think so. Okay. It's not just head tag. You have to write the script tags. You go to ChatGPT and ask it like, where can you write the script tags in HTML? Is it only in head tag or elsewhere also you can write the script tags? Script tags in HTML can be written in head section. Is it also possible to write these script tags for writing JavaScript code in HTML elsewhere other than head section? Let's see. So generally speaking, guys, if you talk about the script tags, okay, it's a common practice to include script tags inside the head section. A lot of people, you see that whenever you go to one page or some website page, right? For example, if I go to this omai.blogspot.com, let's see what is there. Or let's go to this real application, tutorialsninja.com/demo, some of the applications. Right click here and select view page source. You'll get the complete HTML code of this page. And if you see inside the head tag, any script tags are there. Header is starting here. Header is ending here. And yeah, head is starting here. Yeah, script tag is there. Can you see the script tag here? Can you see the script tags, guys? Script tags are mentioned inside which tag? Generally, head tag. To go to the body tag, let's go to the body tag. Head is starting here. Where is the head ending? Let's see that. Control F/head, you write. In the same line it is ending, looks like. Here it is ending. This line, the head section is ending and body section is starting in the 19th line. Do you see any script tags here? Let's see. Yes, here also we have the script tags. In the body section also we have the script tags. In the head section also we have the script tag. Okay. But generally speaking, guys, script tags will be there in the head section. Most of the people tend to write the script tags inside the head section of the document. You can also include them elsewhere in the document, such as within the body section also you can write the script tags. Okay. Along with the head, you can also write in the body. You see, in the body also you can mention the script section. But as part of good practices or best practices, it feels like, body section can contain the HTML code of the web elements and all. You can separate it in the head section, or you can also write the script tags inside the body section also. There is no restriction like that. In HTML, you can write the script tags in the head section or body section. That doesn't matter much. Okay, you can write them anywhere. So guys, tell me now, are the script tags restricted only to the head tags, or can I also nest the script tags inside the body tag also? Tell me. Only in head or both head and body? Script tags can be written in the HTML only in the head or both head and body. No restrictions anywhere you can write. Okay. But I'll ask you another question. You have to answer me genuinely. This script tags belongs to JavaScript, yes or no? Answer is yes or no. Only two answers. The script tags belong to JavaScript, yes or no? I would like to see the answers. Yes, everyone is saying yes. Script tags related to the JavaScript language. That's what I'm saying, right? But you are wrong, guys. The answer is no. What is the answer? The answer is no. These are another HTML tags. You see, that doesn't look like HTML tags here. HTML starting tag, HTML ending tag, head starting tag, head ending tag, title starting tag, title ending tag, body starting tag, body ending tag. Does the script tags also look like HTML tags? They belong to HTML, guys. Okay. What does the script tags belong to? Tell me now. Script tags belong to HTML or JavaScript? Tell me now. They belong to HTML or JavaScript? HTML. They are the tags given by HTML language, and they facilitate us to write the JavaScript code inside the tags. Okay, whatever the code you are writing in between the tags may be JavaScript, but these tags belong to HTML only. Okay, in HTML, if you have to write some JavaScript code, you have to use the script tags. Simple. In HTML, you want to include write some JavaScript code inside the HTML document, where we have to enclose that JavaScript code inside the script tags from HTML language. The script starting and ending tags belong to HTML language. Here, whatever the code of the JavaScript you want to write, you can write it. Okay. I'll give you some examples of the JavaScript code, very basic examples. You don't have to learn JavaScript in depth, guys. You don't have to learn JavaScript in depth for these sessions and all. But when we go to some topic of how to run the JavaScript code in Selenium and all, right, I'll explain some portion of JavaScript for you. But ultimately, you don't have to learn complete JavaScript. Some basics are enough that I'll cover anyhow. In the upcoming sessions, I'll cover, or maybe by the end of this session also, I may cover. Okay. So just be with me. Okay. So inside of the script tags, you can write the JavaScript code. This is one of the example. This statement is from JavaScript, guys. Here in Java, we have system.out.println statement. I didn't cover Java for you, but I'm simply saying if you go to the Java programming language, if you want to print something into the output, right, you have system.out.println statements. But in JavaScript, we have console.log as the statement. Okay, console.log, whatever the text you will give, this particular text will get printed onto the output console. Okay, so where can I write the JavaScript code? Okay, so console.log, if I say, console.log, if I say whatever the text I'll give, the text will be printed onto the output console. For example, here I have saved this as HTML file. Inside the script tags, I mentioned script tags in the head section. You can also provide in body section, but it's better to provide in head section. Looks neat and clean. And here I'm going to write console.log. This code, whatever I'm writing is from JavaScript. Whatever that I'm writing now is from JavaScript, guys. Console.log. I'll give my name Arun Motri. Okay, Arun Motri, semicolon, you can give, no problem. In JavaScript, you can end the statements with semicolon. Like in English language, you end the statements with full stop, right? Similarly, in JavaScript language, you can end the statement. This is one statement in JavaScript. Okay, you don't have to learn JavaScript. Just at a high level, you understand. Semicolon. What this statement will do? So console.write log, right? It will print in the logs. What are logs? I'll tell you. You'll not see anything on the output, but I'll show you where exactly this log output is coming. I'll show you. Okay. So I'll go to the location. Guys, where this file is saved, batch2, and name of the file is HTML file 5. Right click here, select open with. Open any browser. It can be Edge browser. I'll prefer Chrome browser here. Let me open in the Chrome browser. Do you see any Arun Moturi text, my name printed on the page anywhere? Guys, do you see any? My name got displayed on the body section of the page or anywhere else? Title came, JavaScript inside HTML. But do you see any place where my name Arun Moturi got printed or displayed here on the page? No. Why? Because if you go here, console, it's saying what? Console part. What is the console? How to get the console portion of this browser? How to go to the console section of this browser? Tell me, guys. Anyone know? Console means what? Anyone know
I
how to? Yes?
Yeah, I think need to connect with the Linux or Unix.
No, not that one, not that console. Okay.
Okay.
Right click here, select inspect option. You will get the Google Chrome DevTools. Do you see any console option in the Google Chrome DevTools? By default, Google Chrome DevTools will come like this. You just have to click on three dots and select this option. When you select that option, the Google Chrome DevTools will come in the bottom. Okay. Or you can also press F12 keyboard key. Okay. F12 keyboard key you can press, you'll get the Google Chrome DevTools. Okay. Multiple ways are there. You can right click and select inspect on the blank area. You'll get Google Chrome DevTools. Or you can press F12 key on your keyboard. Then also you'll get this Google Chrome DevTools. These are the DevTools of Google Chrome browser. Okay. In the Google Chrome browser, if you go to the console, do you see the console here? In the console, is my name got printed or not as an output? Can you see my name printed in the output console of Google Chrome browser? How to get the Google Chrome? Press F12 key. Press F12 key on your keyboard. You'll get the Google Chrome DevTools. And if you go to the console tab, you will see my name. Why? Why this name is coming here? Because here in the JavaScript code I wrote console. In the console logs, this is nothing but console log. As a log, you are getting that, okay? As a log, you are getting that console logs. You got my name printed as an output, okay? So that is the purpose of this statement, guys. Like there are many statements you can write in the JavaScript. Next one, I'll write few more stuff, okay? Here I write the code. Variable a is equal to 5. This is JavaScript code, guys. Programming we can do. Here variables are there. Into the variables we can store some data. Into these variables we can store some data. And you can declare the variables with var keyword in JavaScript. This is the programming stuff. Don't worry about the programming stuff, but try to understand here. Here I'll give where a is equal to 5, semicolon, where b is equal to 10, semicolon. Here I created two variables. At a high level, understand that a and b are the two variables. Into this a, 5 is stored. Into the b, 10 is stored. Understand that for now. And now, if I write some code like console.log, here I write a plus b. What is this place, guys? In math, everyone know mathematics, right? A plus b means what is a holding? Tell me, guys, what is a holding? What is that? A is holding which value? 5. Everyone type in the chat box, A is holding the value 5. Right? Everyone type in the chat box that A is holding 5. Because here you see where A is equal to 5. That means A is nothing but 5. Right? A is equal to 5. Simple. A is holding 5. Then what about B? What is the B holding? What is the value that B is holding? 10. So 5 plus 10 is equal to how much? 5 plus 10 is equal to how much, guys? 15. And this particular resultant of this addition operator, that is 5 plus 10, 15, the result I am printing where I am printing the result of this a plus b inside the console. Where will be the console? In my browser. Once I save this and go here, you'll not get it right now. Once you refresh the page here, did you get 15 here? Guys, did you get 15 here? Yes. In the console, we are printing the output of a plus b. Like that, the JavaScript code can be written like this, okay? In between the script tags, you can write the JavaScript code, console.log, where A is equal to B, where this is all JavaScript code, guys. You don't know what is JavaScript code. Just try to understand at a high level, because after I cover core Java for you, JavaScript is nothing, guys, okay? JavaScript is very easy to understand, but I have not covered core Java for you. Even though you don't know any programming, the basic stuff only I'm covering here. Just try to understand, okay? What is the purpose of console.logs in real time? Okay. So some error logs will come. Default different type of logs will be there. Info, warnings, warning messages, information logs will come. Whenever you are using some application, right, some logs will be loaded there. For example, if you go and use this application, and let's go to some login page, etc., and see if we can see some real-time benefit. You are asking me in the chat box, what is the purpose of this console.logs in real time? Right click here and select the inspect option, and you'll get this Google Chrome DevTools. Go to the console here. Any logs are there? Not yet. I'll enter some email address here. Let's see whether some logs will get or not. A Motori. cap3@gmail.com I am giving, and here I am giving 1 2 3 4 5 as a password. Click on login. What's happening to the application? Application. Why it's not logging in? Yeah, it got logged in. It took some time. Okay. Just keep using the application and see. Okay, no error set so far. And try to order history. Try to use the application for a while, guys. You see why somehow my applications are not working today. Or I'll go to different complex application like Amazon.com. Okay, CRCNPN. Continue shopping. Here I'm not getting anything. I keep using the application, guys. Let's see if anything happens there. Return. No logs are coming because application info. Okay, and all those things are there. Let's see here. Right click here, inspect option. Go to the console tab. You see a lot of logs already have come. Can you see that? Because it's a real application, right? You can see that third-party cookies will be blocked. Learn more in the issue tab. What is this log type actually? Looks like a warning level. Okay, if I say only default, let's say only the error logs should come, only error logs will come. Okay, fail to load resource. You see this application is unable to load some error name not resolved. Okay, developers can see here and see if there are any error logs in this particular page. Okay, then if you want to see the warning logs, let's say warnings, third-party cookies will be blocked. Learn more in the issue tab. This is a warning log that you're getting. Or you want to see only info logs. I don't have any info logs. In information logs are not there. If I search for this, I'll select all the 3 logs. I'll try to use the application. I'll say iPhone here or any other application I'll try to do. Application is very slow today, guys. In my internet is not good at my area today somehow. Don't know what is happening. You see a lot of logs are coming here. You see get command, error not name resolved. Okay, this kind of, while using the application, the developers may have enabled the logs. Okay, while using the application, developers may have enabled the logs. That log information will come here. Okay, if any refusal to load the image about blank because it violates the following content security. What is the image? This is the image policy descriptive. Lot of things. This application is very complex, right? The logs keep coming in this kind of application. Now you understood, guys, what are logs means? Application development, whatever the developed code is there, from the developed code, if the code is not working fine, or if the code want to give some information warnings or warning kind of logs, or okay, or it want to give some, error kind of logs from the application, then that is what is the development people use logs for. Okay, that's how the development people use logs for. Is it clear? What is the purpose of the logs is clear for you? Why logs and all? Developers. So here I'm not getting any logs, guys. Okay, issues are there. I don't know what is that, but here logs I'm not getting because it's enabled, but I'm not getting any logs in this application. But that's okay. In real applications, if you see, you'll get some logs there. Okay, those are the logs. Anyone, is my voice breaking for you guys? Guys, is my voice breaking?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, it was tracking.
Okay, there is some problem with my internet today. But tell me, guys, maybe it got stuck for a while, I think so. There is some issue with my internet. Okay, from the morning onwards, I'm facing this. I've reported I raised a ticket there already. Okay, internet is not going well here. Ticket is raised, but yeah, let me know if you are not able to hear something or something. Just let me know. But at least understood the logs, guys. What are logs? Is it clear? Just type in the chat box why logs are there. To display the warning messages, information messages, error messages which are resulting from the code that is developed for building this application. Okay, the developers have built this application, and while running this code only, this application is coming for us. While the code for this application is running, if there are any warning messages or information kind of logs or warning kind of logs or error kind of logs, they'll get displayed in the console tab. Okay, coding sites. Yeah, coding related, coding of this application related logs will come. Okay.
Because some developer see, can you show your law using actual console? That's why
This one.
yes, yes. Sometimes some issue coming to developer.
Okay. Not able to hear you, Rakesh. Guys, able to
Hello.
hear Rakesh? Anyone able to hear Rakesh? Okay. Looks like my internet issue today. I'm not able to hear. Rakesh, can you speak again? Let's see.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Rakesh.
Because sometimes some issue coming from application, that time developer see this log, I think. Because I see multiple times.
Yes, definitely. You see, whenever there is an application coming means we also as software testers have to go to this console tab and look into that any errors are coming. We can report these logs to them. Okay. As part of the defect report, we can also attach these logs to them so that using these logs, they can fix the defects. Right? As an additional information, we can mention the logs. Okay. Guys, you are able to hear me now or any problems? Guys, able to hear me?
Yes, Arun. Yes, sir. Fine. It's fine now.
Yeah, I don't know like what's happening my side, but if you're able to hear, that's okay. Let me know if you're not able to hear for a while. Okay. So what is, I think I need to restart my router or something. I cannot do that now. I think it looks good only. Sometimes, it's not working well. Okay. Sometimes disconnection of the internet is happening due to some XYZ reasons. Yeah, I connected to proper router and everything is fine. Let me restart the browser tonight. I'm sorry, router tonight, and maybe it will get reset. I've already raised a ticket, but let's see. Now it's fine, right? Okay. Maybe it may be temporary also sometimes. Yeah. It depends on, okay. It depends on if there is any error or warning message or information that developers thought of. Okay. What if it all depends on the application, and I got a question right from Kalyani, like what if the login attempt successfully done, do we still get the information? Yes, we may get. It all depends on the developer, how the developer want the logs to be displayed in the console. Developer will write that logs. Okay. So here we are not getting, this application is a dummy application, it's not coming much, but if I try to log into some application, any application, I don't know, maybe you may get logs. You can just check that out. If it all depends on the developers when the logs should come. Okay, information logs is all in the control of the developers. Warnings and error messages will come out of the code basically. Information logs will come from the developer. Okay, so there was a log coming, right? For example, Amazon.com, and you see cookies were disabled for this something that were coming, right? So right click here and select inspect and go to the console. Go to the console and see here. Yeah, some logs are already coming here. So these are all developer logs. Okay, these are all developer logs. Google Chrome is nothing but it Google Chrome dev tool. Okay, so I'm not able to. Okay, there are two kind of sections coming here. Go to the console tab and you can see that 15 logs. Okay, 15 logs came saying third party cookie will be blocked. Learn more in the issues tab. It's saying. What are these kind of logs? Warning related. These are warnings. These are warnings. Out of the code, when you run the code, that code is giving you that logs. Okay. If I remove these warnings gone off. Error logs are also coming. Okay. It all depends on the developer. You know, what if you sign in, or I don't remember my credentials really. I have to see somewhere else. Okay. So GitHub, let's try to see github.com if any logs will come. Its sign in is there. Even I don't remember my GitHub credentials also, but let me try that. Any logs came so far? No logs so far. I'm just guessing some password. I don't remember my password. I'm trying to guess some password and see. Incorrect username or password is coming. Let me try 2 to 3 passwords and see. Okay. Some verification code sent to my email address. That is my Gmail address. Is an email came? Yeah, good. GitHub. Finally remember my password. I'm just thinking. Let's see. Verifying. Yeah, it allowed me to log in. Maybe that was a new correct password. So right click here and select inspect option. Go to the console. Do you see any logs coming here in the console? Guys, do you see any logs coming in the console? I'll go to warnings. I'll go to errors. I'll select everything, verbose related logs. You see no logs are coming here. If I go to keep using the application for a while. See no logs are coming. So violated. Forced reflow will executed. Warning or some kind of logs, information logs or something is coming. Violation means warning only, I think so. If I say verbose, if I remove, it's going off. Okay, if I say what that those are verbose related logs. Okay, very small kind of stuff. Okay, message handler took. You see this kind of verbose in it's pretty small than information logs like message. This all depends on the application, guys. Depends on how the developers have developed the code and what kind of logs they want us to show. Whether for login they want to show or whether for logout they want to show. So it all depends on the developers how many logs they want and how many they want to show. Got it now? Clear? Kalyani, is it clear? It all depends on the
Yes,
developer.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, it's clear, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So Vishnu, Log4j is a different topic that we'll discuss during the framework concepts. Okay. So don't worry, don't compare this one. This is a browser related HTML related stuff in the browser. So don't worry about that logs. JavaScript used for validation message means what? Yes. Developers can implement Log4j API to log the stuff. Okay. So the kind of logs that you are getting here, okay, the developers will write in the application development code. They will use third-party API library like Log4j to generate this kind of information, warning, and kind of logs. But during Selenium automation, I'll cover that. Don't worry. Okay. Fine. Anyhow, let's not dig deep there because a lot of time will be wasted for us. Okay. So let's go back. Let's not dig into the logs, guys. So just explain like where in what section of the page, if you write this kind of JavaScript code, this is a JavaScript code only. Okay. So it will go into the logs. Okay. Console.logs. If the JavaScript developer, whatever the developer has in the front end has written console.log means this logs will be printed in the console tag. Okay. So, and this is a code that you can write in JavaScript. And also you can write some other thing like document.write means what is document here? Document is not, at a high level, you try to understand, guys, don't dig deep into the JavaScript code here. Document.write means what? Document.write means what is the document? This is what is a document. On the document you want to write, for example, okay? On the document you want to write, you can write the code here. Document.write and give my name here, Arun. Okay. My name is Arun Motri, I'll type. Okay. So where this will be written, where this particular write method will write this particular text in the console logs. Do you think it will write my name in the console logs? Tell me, guys. No. On the document, it will write. What is document means? This is a document. This is a document. Whatever you see in the HTML file document, this on the document, it will write. Okay, I'll save this and refresh the page once. You see, whatever I said console.log will be displayed in the console tab. Whatever I have written document.write. Here you see, I'll refresh here. You see, what is violation? Okay, my name is Arun Moturi. Maybe it's, avoid using document.write. Removing document.write. right? Some, they're removing it basically in the coming sessions, they are removing or something, I think so. Okay. So document dot write. This is a DOM statement. Document is a DOM statement, guys. You can write here document dot. Here also you can write. Write method is there. Yes, write method is there. Okay. DOM statement it is. Here you can write what is DOM and all. I cannot cover now. Just type this Arun here. You see Arun will be typed here. Okay. But violation is coming saying that, they are going to remove this feature in the coming days. So, but some example code I'm only going to show you. We are not worried about what JavaScript does and all. Console.log will write into the logs. Document.write will write onto the page. You see on the page, my name got written in onto the page. Okay, with the document.write. Okay, like that, whatever the code you want to, JavaScript code you want to write, right? Okay, that you can do like this. You can also write this HTML code like this document.write off. Okay. You can also mention the HTML tags here. Okay. You can mention this HTML tags in the JavaScript. Again, you are putting H1 means instead of normal Arun, right, heading in the form of heading, it will be displayed. For example, instead of writing like this, okay, I'll be writing like H1. H1 means what is H1, guys? What is H1 stands for in HTML? What is H1 stands in HTML? Heading. Right? So it will write onto the, normally it was like this, right? And if I go to the 100x, this is 100, okay, 100 or, yeah. Now if I refresh here, you see, my name is Arun Muturi got printed in bold format, okay? In bold format. If I remove this, in heading format, if I remove this H1 tags here in the document.write command, if I go here and refresh here, normal font, okay? Got the difference, right? Like that is also possible, guys. Many things are possible, but we cannot discuss everything here. Paragraphs you can put. You can also create functions, guys. This is very important, okay? All these things you can write inside a function, guys, okay? What I will do here is, I'll just remove all this code, or what I can do is any way to comment this out. How to comment the things in HTML. And from here to here, I want to comment. Did it get commented out or not commented out? Or I'll do one thing. I'll just comment like this. Maybe outside I can comment. Inside that it's expecting JavaScript code. Okay. Outside this, I'll comment. This green color thing is commented out. Okay. So here I'll write another script tag is intentionally I'll write another script tag. Okay. So that you can take this as a reference for your learning. Okay. So I don't want to disturb that. Script tags. You can write a script tags anywhere. That's okay. But here I'm going to create a function here. In JavaScript, you can create some functions. Function name. Function is a keyword for creating a function. And I'll say hi function. Say hi. I think this is a way to create a function. I don't remember long back I created. I think that will be mostly it will be the same thing, but I'll just show here. You see function, name of the function, circular brackets, curly braces and ending braces. Similar to Java. Okay, similar to Java it is. Function is a keyword you have to write. Inside the script tags, you are writing the JavaScript code. Function and name of the function. Say hi. Here what I will write? Here I'll write document.write of hi. Hi Arun. Okay. Hi Arun I want to write. Now if I save this and go to this page and refresh here, am I getting hi Arun here? Am I getting hi Arun displayed on the page? No, right? Okay, I'll write here. Heading also I'll write H1. I'll write H1. It will look very in the heading format. It will come whatever you want to write. You can write H1. If you want to do it underline, you want to underline it. You just use U tags. Okay, you can write the HTML code. Document.write. All this code is from JavaScript. In the JavaScript, again in the HTML you are mentioning the JavaScript code. In the JavaScript code again you are mentioning the HTML tags. You see how the things are there. Okay, underline also I'm giving along with the heading. Save this. Still, if you go here and refresh the page, am I getting hi Arun? Still, am I getting hi Arun? Why? Why I'm not getting hi Arun? Anyone can say, yes, we have to call the function. We have to call this function, guys. Without you call the function, how to call this function then? In the body tag, I'll create a button tag. Button. Say hi. Say hi. Okay. Say hi to Arun. Like that, some button tag. I'll say, save this. Now go here and refresh. You will get that button. You got the button, guys. Say hi to button. I'm clicking. Is anything happening? When I click on this button, is anything happening? Guys, if I click on the button, anything is happening? No. But what I'll do here is, in this button code, there is one attribute known as onClick. What is the name of the attribute? Everyone type in the chat box. What is the name of the attribute? OnClick. Everyone type OnClick into the chat box. OnClick is the name of the attribute that you can use. Okay, in HTML, the value of this attribute is equal to, in double quotes, you write this name of the function along with the circular brackets, you call it. Now save this. That means when I click on this button, this function will be called or not. In the JavaScript, this function will be called or not. Tell me guys. Whatever the function that is there in the script tags, say hi function, I'm giving here. That means when I click on click means when I click on the button, this function will be called or not. Yes. When the function is called, what will happen? Whatever the code that you have written inside the function, then only it will be called. Okay, now save this and go back here and refresh this. Here now say hi to Arun is there. When I click on that, what happened? Heading tag, a hi Arun with underline it is coming, right? Got it guys? How to implement the function is clear. At high level, you try to understand, don't dig deep, okay? Very basic level you try to understand. Here I created a function, but if I don't write these things inside a function, they will directly get executed. But if I create a function and put all this stuff inside the function, for example, all this stuff, I'll copy paste into the function, let's say. I'll remove this document.write for a while. And here if I say console.log, instead of that, if I write console, inside the function, I'm writing console.log, save this, go back here and refresh this, inspect. In the console, do you see any hi Arun? Guys, do you see anything like Arun Motori printed in the console.log? No. But when I click on the button, it's not happening. Where is that on click say hi? Console.log is not working dynamically, it looks like. There's a page, say hi to Arun. It's not coming. Maybe console.log will not work, maybe. What I can do then, button on click say hi. I should have some code here which can actually work basically. Okay. Maybe console.log will not work here. Console.log may not work here. I don't know because it's related to JavaScript, right? So what will work, what we won't work, we're not sure about that. Okay, console. Clear the log, say hi to Arun. So here saved it. Yeah, it's not working, but document.write is working. So if I write document.write, you can see that it is working. Okay, save that. Okay, still not working. Refresh the page once, say hi to Arun. Now it's working. Okay, it's working. Document.write is working, but console.log is not working. Okay, console.log is not working, but document.write is working. So whatever the code you want to write, for example, you want to write this code. Okay, for example, you want to write this code, let's say, where A, where B, my name is Arun Motori, colon.
Arun, hello.
Yes.
In 13th line function is say hi and those brackets is mandatory.
Yes, circular brackets we have to write. We can also give parameters also.
What it indicates, any idea about that? Is it mandatory? So
It's mandatory. It will not become a function if you don't write the circular brackets. Okay. Name of the function followed by circular bracket should be there. I'll give you one more example what I mean to say here. For example, I'll create one more function. I'll create multiple functions. Say hi is one function. It doesn't have any parameters. So here I'll write down document.write of. When I call this function, it should print hi Arun. Okay, it should print I Arun. It should write I Arun onto the page. What if I call this another function? Let's say I'll create one more function here. Here I'll say add two numbers. Add two numbers. Add two numbers. Here A comma B, I think so. I don't remember exactly, but I'll try my level best. Or where keyword will be there or whatever it may be there. If I write where it is coming, yeah, it's okay. Then here I'll write down document.write of A plus B. I'll write A plus B. I'll write. Okay. Now here this is button one. Here I'll write button. Another button I'll say on click is equal to. I'll call this add two numbers. Add two numbers. When I call this function, I have to pass some values, guys. Okay, 2, 5. I'll pass. Okay, calculate 2 plus 5. Okay, is the name of the button. Let's assume. Save this. So when I click on this button, this function will be called and document.write will run. When I click on this function, here 2 will go into A and 5 will go into B and A plus B will become 7 and that 7 will be printed onto the output. Okay. Just see here what is happening with this. Refresh this page. 2 buttons came. Say hi to Arun. Nothing is happening now. Say hi to Arun. Is any mistake anywhere? I think correct only, right? Refresh here. It's not working. Calculate also is not working. I think multiple functions. I don't know. I'll remove one of the function, add numbers, save this and refresh here. Yeah, not working. What is the problem, guys? Maybe A, B, if I say. Is that keywords correct or not? I don't know. Refresh here. Yeah, now it's coming. Maybe I should not declare them with where. Okay, I don't remember. It's been a long time. I'll put the function back. Say hi function. We should not give the declaration for the variables here. Okay, parameters here. Okay. Now refresh here. Again, say hi to Arun. Hi, Arun is coming. So there was a mistake earlier. So fine. Again, reload this. Calculate 2 plus 5, 7 is coming. Got it now? I don't know, but I generally use with functions. But here I'm not going very depth, guys. I'm not going very depth. You can explore by yourself. Like, is there any other way to call the functions? Maybe there will be way, but we generally use on-click method of the buttons to click on that functions to call that functions. Okay, maybe there may be other ways of calling the JavaScript functions in HTML. We can ask ChatGPT if you really want. ChatGPT. Are there? What are the different ways? Or what are the different ways to call JavaScript functions from HTML code? You explain with examples. Explain with examples. Okay, let's see. You see, this is what we have used so far. Button on click. There may be other ways also. What is the other way? Event listener button. Okay, what is this? I don't know. This method involves using JavaScript to attach event listeners to HTML. I don't know what is that. Document dot. Okay, this is the one. Okay, I got it. Document dot get element by ID. Here, click me means this ID is there. Okay, here alert hello should come maybe. Okay, document dot get element by ID, that is my button. Add event listener, click my function. So when you click on this button, it will capture your event. It's very advanced, guys. We don't have to go there. Very advanced. When you click on this particular button, okay, having the ID as my button, okay, that function, my function will be called and alert will come on the page. Okay. So this is a JavaScript code basically, and this is a JavaScript function. Okay. Like that also we can write. Then script tags function, my function, this something. On click, we have used it already, right? External JavaScript file also. Mostly they are using on click only, guys. Okay. On click only they are using everywhere. Maybe this is the only place add event listeners, they are calling the function in a different way by capturing the event from this HTML code. Mostly they are using button. Okay. Can we use other than button to call this JavaScript functions? Can you call this? Absolutely can call JavaScript from various HTML, not just buttons. Anchor tag. You see, in anchor tag also you can use on click, it seems like. Then input elements, on change is there. On change. Type what is this on change? I don't know. Don't ask me again. Okay, because I'm not that expert in HTML, CSS. Whatever I know, I'm doing that. Maybe remaining stuff we have to explore on the non-tech to tech zeros as an R&D. Okay, image on click is there. You can use in any element on click, not only button. You can click on the image and that function will be called. Okay, fine, right? Is that enough, guys? Is that clear? Some things we have to do R&D. I cannot cover everything, guys. So some questions I even don't know the answers. So depth you go, so depth you will get the answers. Okay, but this is one simple example I want to give. Now understood guys how the JavaScript makes the HTML web pages dynamic. Is that clear? When I click on the button, you are getting the result dynamically. That is what is JavaScript does. Okay, how JavaScript makes the web pages dynamic. When you click on something, on a button or something, something is changing on the web page dynamically. That's what JavaScript does. Also, I can display an alert, guys. Okay, is another thing is like I'll create one more function. One more function I'll create. Display alert. I'll say display alert function. Here, inside this function, alert message I'll give. Okay. Selenium Java training by Arun Motori. Okay. Like this, I want to display an alert on the page. Okay. I'll create one more button. Button on click is equal to, I'll call this display alert. Okay. Click here for surprise. Surprise. Sorry. Like this, I'll create button name and save this and go back here and okay, is that closed? I think I closed it. Right click, open with Chrome browser. Yeah, now 3 buttons came. If I click on this, what will happen? You'll get an alert. This page says Selenium Java training by Arun Motori. Okay, like this also you can display dynamic elements. If you want to make the web elements on the web page dynamic, when you click on some options or whatever it is, okay, all these kind of dynamic activities are performed by JavaScript. So main thing is that creating functions is required, guys. We have to understand what creating functions is very much required to understand how JavaScript makes the HTML code dynamic. Okay. Should we write the JavaScript function in the head tag and call it in the body tag? Not like that. You can write the script tags in the body tag also, right? I told you in the beginning. Right? The same script tag you can write here. Cut this and paste it here. Still it will work. It should not be only in the head tag. You can also put the script tags inside the body section and they will work in the same fashion. Okay, again, I closed it. Looks like I closed it, guys. Just go back here, right click, open with Chrome browser. It's still working. Got it? Clear? You can write the script tags anywhere, and in between the script tags, you have to write the JavaScript code. Whatever JavaScript code you want to write, you mention inside the script tag. Okay. So RK, I think your question is clear, right? Instead of button any other attribute to call a function, we have to use onClick only to call the function, and that onClick can be used in any other elements like image or anchor tag that we have seen that. If any other findings are there, we can do it in R&D. And is there any other question we got from anyone? I think we are good. Any other questions, anyone? Any other questions regarding this JavaScript things? That we are simple thing is that I'm not explaining JavaScript here, guys. Don't focus on the JavaScript. I'm giving you a mechanism where if you have to run some JavaScript code from the HTML files, you have to do that by using the script tags of HTML. In between the script tags of HTML, you have to write the JavaScript code. That's what I mean to say. That's it. Nothing more than that. Okay. My purpose of taking up this part is that, okay, if I have to run some JavaScript from HTML, okay, from HTML file, if you want to run some JavaScript, in some ways, okay, the way is that where you have to write the JavaScript code, in which tags of HTML we have to write the JavaScript code. Tell me, guys, in which tags of HTML we have to write the JavaScript code. Guys, tell me in which tags of HTML we have to write the JavaScript code. Script tags. In between the script tags, whether you provide the script tags inside the body section or you provide the script tags inside the head section, doesn't matter. Okay, you can write anything, guys, no problem. Okay, in the head section, you have the script tags. In both head and body, you can have it at the same time. Doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter whether they are part of the head and body section also. Doesn't matter. Okay, right click, open with Chrome. Let's see what will happen this time. My name is Arun Motori is written, and you are getting this. This is coming from one script tags in head tag, and these are coming from another script tags, JavaScript code in the script tags in the body section. Okay, like that, multiple script tags are working here, guys. Okay, multiple script tags are working here. That's okay, and still the things are working. Okay, say hi to Arun means hi Arun will come. Okay, go back here, refresh, calculate 7 is coming. Refresh, click here for surprise, alert is coming, and this is already by default coming from the another script tags that I have provided here. There are two script tags. I uncommented this script tags and this script tags also. Both will work. Okay. When I click on the button, only these functions will be called when I click on the button, but this will be automatically running because is this code inside a function? Guys, is this code inside a function? Is this JavaScript code inside a function of JavaScript? No. That means it will directly run the script. Okay. Without calling this, without calling any function, right? Directly it will call. That's the benefit of the function. Now understand, guys, what is the benefit of the function? If you put the function, the code will not be executed directly. Without running the code only, the script is running for you, right? If you don't provide this code of the JavaScript inside the script tags, inside the function, if you don't provide, the script will automatically run on your browser. That's what I mean to say. Automatically, the script will run on your browser. Okay. What if I put this script tags inside script tags? If I provide functions, the code inside the functions will be called only when you call them. Okay. Only when you call them. Clear? Everyone clear with this JavaScript thing? Everyone clear with the JavaScript thing now? Just type C in the chat box if you are clear so far.
Alone.
Yes.
Can we do 2 more examples like that so that it will be very
Not now, but let's see when the time comes. I'll do that. Okay.
okay.
Not now. Okay.
Is it mandatory for function? Every function we have to write text script, right?
Every function, it's not mandatory. It's up to you whether you have to create an empty function. Nothing is there. Nothing will happen. Got it?
No.
If there is no code inside the function, if you call the function, what will happen? Nothing will happen. Is that clear? Let's say there is a function. Inside that function, there is no code. What will happen? Nothing will happen. If you call the function also, nothing will happen because there is no JavaScript code inside the function. So nothing will happen. It's an empty function. If you write the JavaScript code, then only it will work. Okay, clear? We'll do something, guys. Okay, there are some more examples here coming up. Okay, based on that, we'll try to understand JavaScript more. But don't focus on the JavaScript here. In HTML, if you want to write the JavaScript code, the tags that you have to use are script tags. That's what you have to understand for now. Okay, don't dwell into the JavaScript thing. Okay, don't go inside the JavaScript now. Don't go inside the JavaScript code. Okay. So now let's move on to the next one that is very important for locators. This is very important for locators concept. What is this, guys? Everyone type in the chat box. What is the name of that? What is the name of this? ID attribute. Okay, ID attribute. You see, let's say you guys have joined a company. Let's say you guys have joined a company. Does the company will give you an ID or not? Employee ID, they will give you or not? Yes or no? Every company, you will have an ID. The employee will have an ID in the company. That is a common thing that every company will do. When you join a particular company, in that company, okay, lot of employees will be there, lot of Aruns may be there. Okay. So in order to uniquely identify every employee, the moment the particular employee or person joins that particular company as a job role and something, okay, that employee will be given some ID, unique ID. So whenever they want to approach that particular person, right, instead of approaching with their name or last name or any other way, they will try to approach with them with the help of ID. Okay, by just typing their ID, right, they'll understand where this particular person is sitting, what is his role, how many years of experience he has, from how many years he's working in the company. Okay, so what are his skill sets, how much salary is getting, all these things, you know, you can retrieve from the database, etc. with the help of ID attribute, right? In case of that's in real time, I'm saying, not about HTML. Okay. In HTML also, if you want to uniquely identify one element, which attribute we have to use? In HTML, on the HTML, there will be a lot of elements. Okay. For example, if I take you to this omaya.blogspot.com, there will be a lot of elements, guys. Okay. On this omaya.blogspot.com, there will be a lot of elements. Like there is a multi-selection box field, there is a drop-down field, there's the image, there's a text area field. For example, if I inspect this text area field, does it have an ID or not? Let's see. When I inspect this text area field, the HTML code for the text area field will come here. Does it have an ID? Does it have an ID? Yes. So what the developers will do is, with the help of this ID, they will uniquely identify this text area field. Got it? From other elements that are there on the web page, there are other text area field is there, the other buttons are there, there's images are there, a lot of stuff, table is there, everything is there. If someone has to locate this particular text area field, if someone has to locate this particular text area field, It's not compulsory. When the developers, it's not compulsory. You see this heading to tag, does it have an ID? No. Div tag, does it have an ID? No. Rakesh, is that clear? All the elements may not have ID. You see, this one has an ID, but this one doesn't have an ID. It has a class. This one has a class. Okay, all the elements may not have the ID. Clear, Rakesh? Clear? All the elements may not have the ID. For example, if I go with
Yes.
another element like this, let's say this such text box field, does it have an ID? Does it have an ID? Can you look at the HTML code and tell me, Rakesh, whether it has an ID, the text box field? No.
No.
But here text area field, does it have an ID? Yes. So that proves that some elements may have ID, some elements may not have ID. But why the developers will provide the ID for such some elements and why they don't provide for some elements? There will be some situations where developers want to uniquely identify this particular element out of all the other elements. Like your company want to uniquely identify you with your unique ID card ID, right? Like the same way, developers while building the application want to uniquely identify this text area field for XYZ reasons. Okay, they want to do something with this particular text area field. For that, they want to write the code. How can they locate this text area field and apply that code there? By providing some ID to that. Okay. Okay. So don't worry about the Manjeev, don't worry about the class and name. I'll cover that class and name, the concepts of class and name, why we have to write class and name attributes here. But first, let's discuss about ID. So can we create duplicate IDs? For example, this text area field, can I put the same ID? This text area field, can I put the same ID as a developer? Is it possible for me to provide? What do you say? Rakesh is saying yes. Akshay is saying no. Vishwa is saying no. Nigora saying no. RK saying no. A lot of people are saying no. Manju is saying yes and Rakesh is saying yes. The answer is yes, it is possible. But is that a good practice? No. Got it, guys? ID is unique only. ID is unique, but that doesn't mean that there is no particular rule in HTML language that will say to the developer that you are duplicating the ID for this element. For more than one element, you give the same ID. There's nothing like that in HTML. There's no particular rules and regulation in HTML, but as a good practice, developers should not provide ID as a duplicate thing. Okay, there, you may come across some applications where the element may have the same ID. Multiple elements on the same page have the same ID. So do you have to go and fight with the developers? No. Tell me, guys, it is possible. It's possible that your developers may give the same ID for multiple elements on the page, on the same page. It is possible, guys. ID can be duplicated, but actual purpose of the ID is not to duplicate. If your developers who are building the application are following the best practices, they should not duplicate the ID. They have to make sure that they give different identity for every separate element. But there may be some situations where due to their work pressure or due to their, timelines or, schedules or whatever it is, they don't have time. So they will simply depend, sometimes they will try to duplicate for the multiple elements, they will give the same ID, guys, okay? That's not a correct approach. That's not a good practice. And it's not also, it's a good practice for the developers to give unique IDs for multiple elements, as many elements on the web pages as possible, but that also developers will not do. You take any application, you will not see developers giving ID for every element on the web page. If they give the ID for every element on the web page, our Selenium automation will become very simple and easy, but that is not going to happen in real time. Duplicate IDs may be possible. Okay, all the elements may not have the IDs. Okay, it's, you see, as part of the best practices, developers can provide IDs for most of the elements on the web pages, because in later part of Selenium automation, right, we can utilize that IDs and do the automation very well, because you can uniquely identify the elements. Okay, not only that, okay, the developers not giving the IDs for all the elements, that's fine. But you will see some developers giving duplicate IDs for multiple elements. Okay, the text area field, checkbox field, and all these things will have the same ID, let's say. Can you go and fight with the developers? No. Okay, ideally, no, guys, it's not possible. Ideally, that you cannot expect the things, but the purpose of the ID is for uniqueness. That doesn't mean that HTML will not allow the developers to create a duplicate ID. It will allow the developers to create the duplicate ID. It's only that whether the good developers are there in your team, they follow the process very well, they write the code very well according to the rules and regulations, then they will be very, they are very responsible people, let's say. Okay, then in that case, they will not duplicate the IDs for multiple elements. But you often see the developers giving duplicate IDs for the elements, even though ID stands for uniqueness, they will forget that, and they'll get duplicate IDs for multiple elements on the web page and causing the problems for the automation testers. Okay, fine. So it's something like this, guys. For example, in your area, there is a dust, whatever the waste will be there, right? You can go to the end of the street, and there will be some kind of box or something where you can throw your trash or drop your trash, whatever the how trash will come, right? That trash, you can go to that end of the street, and where the box or kind of thing will come, and you can throw that. If you are a responsible citizen, you will do that. What if you are not a responsible citizen? You will take the trash and throw it just before other people's house, let's say, instead of throwing in a particular box. You see, it's possible, right? It's possible. There will not be any rules and regulations here, right? There are no strict rules here. Okay, you can throw it anywhere. But ultimately, if you're a responsible citizen of that country and all, you'll definitely go to that particular place. And then here also same thing with developers. HTML is not restricting them. The developers, how they want to write the IDs, it's not restricting. But if the IDs are unique, that's very good practice that developers are doing. And also on the top of that, if the developers are giving for most of the elements on the web pages, if the developers are giving ID, you will see the smile on the automation testers face, because developers have written a lot of IDs. It's very easy for our automation purpose. Okay, simply by using the IDs, we can keep automating the stuff, but that is not going to happen. That is in our dreams only. Don't worry about that. But ID stands for uniqueness, guys. Whether it is responsible developers, they'll try to maintain the IDs as unique. Okay, but there may be some cases where you will see some applications in the HTML code, multiple elements have the same ID. Don't get surprised. Okay, the developers are not following the good practice. But anyhow, ethically speaking, assuming that the developers are responsible, we'll consider the ID as unique only and try to automate them. If things are failing, then find out like if there is any other element on the web page having the same ID. If it is there, duplicate IDs are there, then we have to go for other solutions. Okay, because ID is not appropriate in that case for us for locating the elements on the web page, for making Selenium locate the elements on the web pages. Clear, everyone? What is ID and what is the purpose of the ID? Why developers will have to provide the IDs is clear at a high level at least. ID stands for what? Everyone type ID stands for what? ID stands for uniqueness. Okay, ID stands for uniqueness. Whether the developers are responsible or not, it depends. But ID in HTML stands for uniqueness, guys. As per HTML terminology and encouragement of HTML for developers, right? It always encourages developers to give unique IDs to the elements. Okay, uniqueness is a concept behind the IDs, guys. Okay, uniqueness is a concept behind the IDs. Okay, practical demonstration of this using JavaScript. How the developers can use this ID attribute, do something on the web pages. For that, I'll take another example, guys. HTML. I'll write some HTML code, and now you can see some unique example that I'll show you how you can take the help of the ID, how the developers treat me like not a tester, treat me like a developer who is a full stack developer. Let's assume that I can write anything here. Okay, HTML, I'll write head, /head, body, /body. Let's say there, I'll create some 5 paragraphs here. Let's say I'll create some 5 paragraphs here, P. Okay, this is para 1 /P. I'll give one more paragraph, multiple paragraphs. This is para 2 /P. This is para 3 /P. P. 5 paragraphs I'll create, guys, total. This is para 4. Just understand what's going to happen. Treat me like a developer for a while. Okay, and see what I'm trying to do. Para 5 /P. Yeah, this is what I have written. Now inside the head section, I'll do one thing, guys. I'll do one thing. Just give me a second. What I am going to do is in the notes. Inside this, I'm going to write some JavaScript code. Okay, I'm going to write some JavaScript code. Okay, this is what I'm going to write. I'll say the tags having, every tag having the style color as red. Okay, so what I can do here, if I am not worried about the idea and all, how can I write the JavaScript codes? Okay, let me take the help of ChatGPT because I don't remember that much. Okay, how to change the background color of all the paragraphs in my HTML code using JavaScript. Give me an example. Give me an example. Just see an example here, guys, what I'm trying to do. So there is something like style tags. There is something like style tags, right? There's some style tag here. I'm not using JavaScript here. I'm using CSS actually. Here I'm using CSS, but here, yeah, CSS paragraph is there. And paragraphs, document dot, and all those stuff are there. That's okay. Okay, let me give. Okay, paragraph margin is there, but yeah, just give me a second, guys. Document dot get element by tag name. This is what I have to write. Document dot get element by tag name, and I have to say this is the code I have to write. Let's see. I will write this code. Or is there any way, I can change it at a go? No, I think so. This is the way I'll do. I'll go to and write the script tags here. I'll write the script tags where you can write the JavaScript code. Script tag. Okay, easiest way is CSS selector, guys, but I'm writing the script tag here. And here, style dot background color. Here, write down document dot get element by ID. This is a DOM statement. Don't worry about what is this DOM statement and all. A lot of technical stuff will be there, guys. That's what is the problem. So if I say document dot get element by tag name, by tag name. Okay, what is the tag name here? Paragraph. So all the paragraphs will be selected, right? All the paragraphs get elements. Okay, in case of tag name, we have to use elements here. Document dot get elements by tag name, and here I'll get all the paragraphs. Okay, I'll say paras is equal to var keyword. I'll write. Let's see var keyword only, right? Var keyword. Okay. For each and every para, I want to apply the same style. For each and every para, I want to apply the same style. For var, is there any for each loop here? I is equal to 0. I less than, this looks like Java only. Paras dot length. This looks like Java only for now. For now, I plus plus. Don't worry what logic I am writing. Don't worry. If you understand, don't understand, don't worry. Try to understand the theme only, what I'm trying to do. Then paras of I dot style dot color. That is background, right? Background color is equal to give that color. That is light blue color or red color, whatever you want to give. Just put that color here. Now save this and yeah, save this. I didn't save this so far. Okay. Downloads, go to this. What I'm trying to achieve, you see, and later I'll tell you what is the benefit of the ID. I'll tell you. The reason is I'm covering this example is for ID only. Okay, ID purpose I want to cover this. If I write something like this and save this, the HTML code has come. Right click. Is there any way I can open from here? Open file. No, it's not there. File. Is there any way to open? I'm just seeing. Open. No, I cannot open from here, right? New open. I have to open from the file itself. Okay, right click here. Open into Explorer, command workspace. Default things are there. Okay. I don't have any direct options here to open. I'll just directly go to the location where I have saved the file. Right click here and say open with. This is the only way I have. Open the Chrome browser. So, is the code running? Script tags, document dot get elements by tag name, p tag. I gave the p tag.
You didn't close for loop.
I didn't close the for loop. Yeah, yes. This is a problem. There's a mistake. Yes, right. Now still saved it and refresh the page. Nothing is working. For int I is equal to 0. Is there any problem here? For var I is equal to 0, I less than paras dot length, paras dot length I plus plus. Any other mistakes you find anywhere? Paras of I dot style dot background. Just go to ChatGPT and see. Paras get elements by tag name. Get elements by tag name. I gave it perfectly fine for where I is equal to 0, I less than and I plus plus paras of I dot style dot background. Here, see, color is in capital letter. Okay. Now let's see, save this and go back here and refresh here. No, not still it. Still, what are the issues I have? I don't know. Here, body tag, p tags are there. I don't know. Is there any way like I can write style dot background color? Background color is equal to red. Can I say something like this instead of this for loop? Let's try that simplest way. Save this, come back here, refresh. No. Okay. I can try this here. Control X, go to this browser where paras are coming. Right click here, select inspect, go to the console tab. Go to the console tab. Here you write the stuff. Document dot get elements by tag name of P. If I write here, what is happening? All the total 5 paragraphs are coming, right? So in that, if I say dot, is there any way I can write dot style dot background color is equal to red? Cannot set properties of and design. Okay. So you see, I am not able to do that, guys. I'm not able to do that. Maybe save as Java program. No. That's not the thing. Script tags. I think CSS, I can work on it. I can explain with CSS, guys. You can understand the purpose of ID here. I want to apply the CSS selectors. For that, style tags I have to give. Instead of script tags, I will write style tags. If I give P, if that is P, write the curly braces. Inside the curly braces, write something like background. Background is equal to red or something. Let's see what will happen here. Save this and come back here where the page is open. Refresh here. No. Opening different.
Can you use a background color instead of background?
Style dot color we can use otherwise. Okay, you want me to use background color? Okay, so let's see. Refresh.
No, actually, it's showing that it's popping up there. When you type background, it will show, right?
All the
Somebody-
paragraphs should follow this CSS selector part. Okay, here I'll be writing size colon. I think the background colon, I think so, not equal to colon red color. Let's see whether this will work. Yeah, now it's coming. Okay, syntax problem. Okay, now what is happening is when I say P here and say background colon red, what is happening? All the paragraphs are getting colored or not? Guys, tell me. All the paragraphs are getting background color as red, right? What is my requirement is something different where I want only one of the paragraph to have that red color. I want to decide that. What I can do for that to happen, the style tags have to locate this paragraph using some unique element. Do you see any unique element here? No, right? What if I add something like this ID attribute? ID is equal to para1. Here if I say ID is equal to para2. Just understand it at a high level, guys. What is the purpose of ID is a simple thing. Don't try to understand remaining stuff. Okay, para3. Okay, ID is equal to para4. Here ID is equal to para5. I'll also cover JavaScript. Just wait for a while. Save this. Okay, style tags. Now here all the paragraphs should have the background color as yes is there. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, so go here and refresh here. All the paras. What if I want only one of the paragraph? Okay, out of all this list, I want the third paragraph should have the background color in red color. Remaining paragraphs should not be in red color. Is that ID is required or not in this case? Can we uniquely identify this paragraph with the help of ID, yes or no? If only one para having this is para 3 should be in red color. Okay, and remaining paragraphs should not have the background color in red color. How to do that? Here P ID is equal to para 3, I'll write. Only for the paragraph whose ID is para 3, apply this background color as red. Okay, styling, CSS. This all topic is about CSS, guys. I'm going to cover next. Okay, don't worry. If I'm just going forward actually. So just refresh here. Which paragraph is getting highlighted in background color? Third paragraph. Okay, because here in the code I gave ID is equal to para 3. This is the purpose of the IDs, guys. Developers may have to use for styling purpose, for different purpose they have to use. Okay, for different purpose they have to use. For example, I'll write the script tag here. Similarly, I'll write a script tag also. Script tag. Inside the script tag, I'll write for a particular paragraph, I want to change the color. Document dot get element by ID I have to write. And here I'll write ID as para 5 or para 4, let's say. Para 4 is ID. What I want to do this with this para, here I'll write where paragraph is equal to which paragraph? The paragraph which is having the ID as para 4. Okay. For that only I want to apply something. Paragraph dot style dot background color is equal to, I'll write green here. Okay, I'll write green color here and put a semicolon here. See what will happen this time. Save this and go here and refresh the page. Is anything happening? Nothing is happening. Why? Where paragraph is equal to document dot get element by ID. Why this is not working in the script tags? Paragraph or write para here, otherwise para dot style dot background color. I think somewhere here it is a mistake here. I'll just paste this code in the chat box and see if there is any mistake in this. Let's find out the mistake here. I'll just press enter. Let's see. Where para is equal to document dot get element by ID, para dot style dot background color is equal to green. Correct only I gave now. Only para 4. It should be applied. But why it's not getting in this modified? I have added a p tag element with ID para. Yes, correct. Now with the JavaScript code runs, it will find the element by its ID and change its background color to green. But it's not changing for me. This is what is the problem I'm facing. HTML file 6 only, right? No. Why that is not working? Script tag para dot style dot. Am I doing any mistake anywhere, guys? Okay. So instead of giving that, I'll write a dot background color. This one I'll take. Okay, let's see. Maybe that is a problem as you say correctly. ChatGPT may be wrong. Okay, still not working. Para dot. That's correct only. Para dot style dot color. Let's try the color at least if that is working or not. Refresh the color. No, it's not working. Why these things are not working? Script tag should run automatically because there is no function here. I don't have to call it. Document dot get element by ID para 4. Para 4. That's correct only now.
After color, I think there should be space, right?
I don't think so. That is not the correct thing. I'll give red color only. Let's see. Same, right? I have to find out the solution for that. Okay. So just give me a second. JavaScript code for changing the color of a paragraph having ID in HTML file. Style dot color is equal to blue. Very simple thing they are writing here. Document dot get element by ID, change color they are writing, but let's see here. For get element by ID. Am I doing any mistake there? I'm just thinking. Right click here and select inspect option, go to the console tab. I'll write the same code here. clear this and write down document dot get element by ID and give the ID as para1 and simply say dot style dot color is equal to red. You see this is changing, right? This is changing now. I think this should work. I'll copy this code and come back here and write down. Here, instead of writing all this stuff directly, I'll write the single statement like this. Okay. Here I'll say para4. Okay, save this and come back here and refresh here. It's not working from the, yeah, cannot read. There's some error coming. Cannot read properties of null reading style. HTML 7th line. 7th line it's unable to read. Why it's unable to read? Okay, put a semicolon here, save this and come back here and refresh. Refresh here. Still it's not coming. Document.get element by ID. Here in console it is working. In console it is working, guys. You see, if I give, for example, para4, press enter, you see it's changing the color of the para4, but it's not working from the JavaScript code. The code is correct only. Okay,
Change the browser.
change the browser.
Yeah, change the browser. I think Firefox, go to Firefox and try to Firefox.
Okay,
Maybe.
I think should work actually. ID para4, ID is equal to get element by, this is correct only, this is correct only. Yeah, we'll try in another browser as you said. I'll open the thing in another browser. Right click, open with Edge browser. Let's see. If it works, then the problem is with the Chrome browser. No, it's not working here also.
Okay.
Maybe I'll go with Firefox. Right click, open with Firefox. Any mistake I've done in the script tags? Try to figure out any mistake. Script/script only, right? It should work. There's no problem here anywhere, but it's unable to work due to some XYZ reasons. Where para dot style dot color is equal to red color, semicolon. Save this. Still, let's try this. No, it's still not working. Cannot read the properties of null reading style. Okay, this style I'll remove, let's say, for a while and refresh here. Cannot read properties of null reading style. 6th line. Para dot style dot color, it's unable to read. Why it's unable to read this? The JavaScript code only, right? Okay, I just found in the uncaught type error. This is coming now. Just post here and find it out. It's there now. Para4 is clearly there. It's saying not there. Okay.
ये फोन जो अगर वो पर तो अगर फोन जो तो
Script/script document dot. Okay, there's something they are doing here. Background color green. Modified version of the script waits for the DOM element to be fully loaded using document.add event listener. Then function. Okay, then they are writing something. Okay. Okay, maybe. Okay. I'll copy this code actually. I'll copy this code. Let's try this and see why it is not working for me. from JavaScript. Save this. Here para 4 is there. Get element by ID, DOM, content load. If para, style background color green, error element with ID para 4 not found. Okay, a lot of logic is being written there. Come back here and refresh. Yeah, it's now coming. Maybe something got changed in JavaScript. It's working here. But directly if I write that, it is not working. Maybe what if I don't write this function? Will it work? Let's see. Save this. Come back here and refresh. It's not working. Okay, maybe the element is not loading. Okay, the element is not loading. So that's the reason. So by default, it is not coming, but it's applying. Okay, so where is that again gone? Document dot add event listener, document content loaded function starts here, function ends here.
So open round bracket and semicolon.
Yeah. Semicolon, right?
Open round bracket, sir. A close round bracket.
Okay, 1 minute. I'll check here otherwise. Okay, circular brackets. Okay. Okay, this function is add event listener is starting here. That has to end here basically, right? Save this. Now refresh. Document dot add event listener DOM content loaded function.
So after curly breaks, close the round bracket.
After curly, yes, the order is wrong. Correct. Now let's see. Refresh. It's working now. Okay. Maybe this is what you have to do, guys. But anyhow, you got the context right. If you want to apply the styling only to one color, one paragraph here out of all these paragraphs, okay, then you have to give the ID. You want to uniquely identify the locator. As a developer, we are writing this code, guys. Okay. So if I give para 3 means para 3 color will change to green color. Background color will change. Whatever the para ID you give, that ID only, it will be uniquely identified, and that only this JavaScript code will be applied. In real time also, the developers will apply the stylings, okay? Or we'll run some JavaScript code only for a particular element, or we'll try to write some code which need to be applied for a particular element. In that case, the HTML element that they want to apply this code for has to be uniquely identified. In that case, the developers will use this ID attribute. That's what is the purpose I want to solve. But anyhow, we went very technical. That's okay. Learning something technical is always good. But don't worry about if you don't understand JavaScript or something, don't worry. But understand the purpose of ID, that's enough for this session, okay? For this part, understanding what is the purpose of the ID is enough. With the help of JavaScript, I showed you. So the older code is not working. Latest code I have to try and explain you, okay? Fine. Everyone clear with ID attributes? Everyone clear with ID attributes? What is the purpose of the ID attribute and how the developers will use it? We also use ID attribute for locators purpose to uniquely locate the element. Okay. To help Selenium in uniquely identifying a particular web element, we use ID attribute. Even developers also use the same ID attribute to uniquely identify an element and perform some JavaScript code on that, or to change its background color, or to change its text color, or to increase its fonts, or to make anything that they want to do. Okay. Clear, everyone? The purpose of the ID attribute is clear with this example. Why the developers have to specify the ID attribute in the HTML code is clear. That will be, if you are able to understand that, then you are good. Just type C in the chat box, guys. Just type C in the chat box if it is clear. Why ID attribute is required for developers, not only automation engineers. If you are clear, just type C. Rakesh has typed yes. Okay, TP, yes, clear. Ram, yes. Manji, what about other people?
Yeah, I have doubt. Can
Yeah,
you please
ask me.
explain the code of how it runs one by not this one.
Don't worry about the code. Only understand the purpose.
I'm
I'm not here to explain the JavaScript code. JavaScript is a separate thing, okay? Try to understand the concept. If you are able to understand the concept, just type C in the chat box. Don't worry about the code. Don't worry about the code here. Whatever the code that is written is the JavaScript code. Have that idea. So what I am doing with the JavaScript code, I am uniquely identifying one of the paragraph. Wherever that ID has to be changed, you change it, and this code will be applied. That's what you have to understand. No need to understand the code anymore. Okay? You don't have to understand the code, check. Okay, that's not required for our Selenium Java purpose. Maybe we can discuss that in non-tech to tech series on weekends, but not here, because we have 50 sessions you have to complete on time. If you go to JavaScript completely right, that will be very difficult. You will not understand this at any cost also. I'm not expecting you guys to understand the JavaScript code. I'm also taking the code, copy pasting from, the chat GPT. Okay. So that's what we have to do. Okay, Sheikh, clear?
Yeah, okay.
Try to understand. Don't try to understand the JavaScript code. Our job is not to understand JavaScript code. Our job is to understand why we are providing ID here for the HTML elements. Okay, why developers generally give. So using this code will be applied only for a particular paragraph having that ID, right? That is the reason. Okay, ID is standing for uniqueness. To uniquely identify an element from other elements and applying the code, we need the ID to be specified in the HTML language is something our context is all about. Don't worry about the JavaScript code I'm writing and all the stuff. Okay, that is not required. Okay, so that is out of box for us. Okay, fine. Everyone fine with that? Let's not deviate, guys. Okay, it's very easy to deviate to other topics. Okay, let's not deviate. Wherever you guys are deviating, I'm trying to correct. It's not that I don't want to answer, but I want to guide you guys, because if I keep dwelling into that JavaScript code, right, we'll not be able to complete our portion. Okay. So after 50 sessions, we can do whatever the R&D you want, but at this moment, we cannot dig into JavaScript code. Okay. JavaScript is a very big language again. Okay. Front-end programming language that if you want to learn, you have to learn step by step, and that is not possible here. Okay. We have to again spend 20 to 30 sessions at least minimum for understanding that. That's not possible. Is that okay, Sheikh?
Yeah, okay. So
Yeah, fine. Okay. Don't try to understand the JavaScript code. Only try to understand the concept of ID here in this case. That's what I want to just mention you and make you go in the proper direction. Okay. That's the reason.
sure.
Okay. We'll do that. Definitely we are going to do this in non-tech to tech series on weekends. Definitely we'll go do this R&Ds. That's the reason non-tech to tech series are there. Okay. So we'll go to the next one. That is name attribute. Next one is a name attribute. Name attribute is used for specifying the name for an HTML element, and it has many purposes. Okay. So one of the purpose, tell me guys, I covered in the yesterday session. What is one of the purpose of the name attribute? You have to tell me. What is the purpose of the name attribute? Yesterday I covered. Anyone?
Grouping as a one.
Yes, to group the radio buttons together into a single group, right? Otherwise, if you don't use a name attribute, what was happening in the radio buttons earlier? You can select all the radio buttons. That's not correct, right? Radio buttons means only one option should be selected. Once you group all the radio buttons together, right? That I covered in the yesterday session, if you remember. Okay. So I'll show you again at high level again, HTML.
Okay.
Then file, save as, downloads, all files. I'll take separate files for this. Okay, did I go into the batch? No, sorry. I'll just select one thing and give the number as 7. A lot of examples I'm giving. That's okay. So here, body I'll write, slash body. I'll give some input. Type is equal to what? Radio. Type it is equal to radio. Okay, here I'll give the option. I'll say Apple slash input. Here I'll say input. Type is equal to again radio. Again radio. Here I'll say mango slash input. Here I'll give input. Type is equal to radio. I'll say orange slash input. Like the 3 radio buttons I gave, let's say, save this and come back here. Go to that place where I have saved that file, right click here, open that in any browser, let's say Chrome browser, and just like this here. Okay, you are getting apple, mango, and orange options here. You see, I can select all the options. What is the problem? What is the problem? Why I am able to select all the options here? Why I am able to select all the options here?
Not grouping, even grouping.
Yes, apple, mango, orange radio buttons are not part of the same group. How to group them? Using which attribute I have to group them?
Name.
Name, yes. Here I have to give the same name. Name is equal to some fruit or something, F for fruit or whatever you write, whatever you feel, right? That value you give, but you give the same value to the name attribute value. You give same for all the elements. So name can be duplicated. You see ID, as per the best practices, ID need to be duplicated or not duplicated. In real time, as part of the best practice for developers, ID need to be duplicated or not duplicated, basically. ID should be unique, right? ID purpose is for uniqueness, uniquely identifying one element on the web pages. Developers have to specify the ID. But do you think name should be unique? Is it like is HTML saying that as part of the best practice you have to give only one name to one element? You cannot give another. It's not like that. Name is not unique thing, guys. Okay. Some elements may have unique name. Some elements still have a unique name, but it's not compulsory that name should be unique. Okay. ID is also not compulsory, but as part of best practices, developers should not duplicate the ID, but name they can duplicate. Okay. Ethically and responsibly they can duplicate the names, but they should not responsibly duplicate the IDs. Okay. If they are responsible, they should not duplicate the ID because ID stands for uniqueness. Name doesn't stand for uniqueness, guys. In this purpose, name is not for uniqueness. Apple, mango, orange, different same names are there. Okay. Because the purpose is that I want to group them together. Okay. I want to group these IDs together. Group these radio buttons. Now, after grouping them, only one option at a time I can select. Okay. Similarly, you can use this for checkbox field, but there will not be any difference, guys, in the checkbox field, whether you give the name attribute or not. There will not be any difference. Okay. The purpose is different there. For checkbox fields also, you can do that. But just for grouping them, it is required, but it's checkboxes, you can select multiple options. But in radio buttons only, name attribute will help in selecting only one radio button in the selected group. Okay. Name attribute is used for specifying the name for an HTML element. It's like giving you a name. So many people can have the same name, right? For example, in a single company, one person will have the ID, unique ID, but with the same name, many people will be there, like that name. Okay, you can name a web element using the name attribute, and it has many purposes. One of the purposes is like you can name the radio buttons to group them together. Another example where you can use the name attribute is in the HTML forms, guys. If you go to this application, Tutorials Ninja application, okay, if you go to the another purpose or example, another purpose where you use the name attribute is, if you go to the register page, guys, if you go to the register page, you have a lot of fields: first name, last name, email, telephone, password confirm, like that many fields are there. Okay, when you enter the details here, let's say when you enter the details here, okay, when you enter the details here, like all this stuff, okay, I entered all the details. Yes option I am just giving, and privacy policy. Click on continue. The moment I click on continue, what will happen? Guys, the moment I click on continue button, what will happen here? All these details will be sent to the server or not? Over the API request, these details will be sent to the server or not? This is a front end of the application. The actual application code is in the backend, running is in the server machine. Okay. When you click on the continue button, what will happen? All these details will be sent to the server over the internet. But the moment this data reaches the server, can the server understand that this Arun is coming from first name field, this Moturi is coming from last name field, this email address is coming from email field, telephone number is coming from telephone field, password, this password data is coming from password field, another password data is coming from password confirm field, this S is coming from this subscribe field. Okay, like that. Can the server identify? No. That's the reason. You see, this is a form, guys. Whatever you are seeing on the page is a form. Already I showed you one of the element on the form you inspect, and you will see that you will see that particular element is part of a form. You will see a form here. You see, this is a form. In the form only these elements are there. So when you submit the form, all the data of this form elements will be submitted to the server. Server will receive this data and store in the database. Okay, fine, in the backend. But how can the front end part of the system can communicate with the back end part of the system, saying that this particular data is coming from the first name field with the help of the name? You see, along with the data, along with the Arun data, here, if I inspect this Arun field, inside the form, you can see here, name, first name is there. Along with the data, this name attribute also value will also be sent to the server. So by comparing this, name attribute value, then server will understand that this need to be stored into the name thing. Okay, this need to be stored in the, you see, this Moturi has the name attribute. Whatever the form you take, guys, they will have some name attribute mentioned. Not only this form, you go to the login form here, inspect this email address field, what is there? Let's see. This is also a part of the form only, very simple form. Here we have the form input. Do you see name is equal to email? Yes, right? Name is equal to email is there. What about password field? Inspect the password. In that particular form, name is equal to password is there. All the fields will have the name attribute. It's another purpose. It's another purpose of the name attribute. Okay, name attribute is not only for grouping the radio buttons or checkbox fields together, but also for helping the server in identifying which data is coming from which field of the form. Okay, for that purpose also, name attribute is generally used in real time. Okay, by the developers. Why developers have to specify the name attribute? These are for a few reasons. Okay. This one is very complex. Let's not ignore that. Okay. These are the main two reasons. Got the idea, guys? Why name attribute is clear? Why name attribute is clear for everyone? But today, this is the one I thought of completing completely, but it's not done because we went into JavaScript, which was very complex. Okay, so the other stuff here that I'll complete on the next session. Okay, CSS related stuff is left out, and some stuff I will not cover. If they are not important, I'll not cover. Only important stuff I'll cover, guys. Maybe CSS is important. Remaining stuff, CSS is important. And after that CSS, div we have to see span tag. Base is not important. Meta is not meta. We can see doc type, strong, and emphasize. We can see no problem. Okay. So this is for today, guys. This is for today. So what is the purpose of ID and name I covered, and also I shown you a way where how to use a script tags in HTML code to run the JavaScript code. Any JavaScript code you want to run from HTML, don't worry about what JavaScript code. Our purpose is not JavaScript code, guys. Our purpose is to how to run the JavaScript code from HTML. HTML language is providing you some script tags. That's the only you have to focus on. And similarly, you have to understand the purpose of the ID attribute. Don't worry about the JavaScript code. Purpose of the ID attribute only. For that reason, I have written the JavaScript code. But don't worry about whether you understand the JavaScript code or not. That's a very big subject. We cannot go there now. Okay. Name attribute. You understood the purpose. That's enough. Maybe there may be other things also, but these two are the main things that you have to learn about name attribute. And coming to the style attribute, okay, here tomorrow, not tomorrow, tomorrow we have the weekend, right? Saturday, Sunday, we have the weekend sessions, from morning onwards, we have the sessions. So 7 a.m. Another session is at 2:30 p.m. Another one, 5:30 p.m. We have this session by DevOps related session is there. Guest session, CEO expert session is at 5:30 p.m. And at 8 p.m. we have the core Java in-depth session. Okay, that will be done tomorrow. But for now, for today, this much is enough, guys. Okay, for today, this much is enough. If everyone is clear, just type in the chat box. Don't worry about the JavaScript. Only worry about the HTML concepts here. Okay, just type in the chat box. If you want to practice JavaScript step by step, you can take the help of ChatGPT. Take the help of ChatGPT, guys.
Saturday or Sunday DevOps webinar,
This Saturday, we have the DevOps webinar at 5:30 p.m.
and Sunday also.
Sunday, we have CI/CD pipeline by another person. I'm not taking that sessions. Other people, expert people are coming and taking the sessions. CI/CD pipelining is on Sundays, 5:30 p.m. IST. And Saturday, we have a session on DevOps and DevSecOps. Okay. Career guidance.
DevOps mean what? Which DevOps? Didn't get it.
What is that? Guidance session only, not a complete session. It's a guidance, like to get you some idea, like, this is what is DevOps. These are the technologies in DevOps. Okay, to get that guidance, give that guidance, we have an expert coming and giving that. Topics will be something like AWS, Google Cloud, okay, Docker, Kubernetes, that kind of topics will be there. Got it?
Okay. For morning section 7 o'clock, same as well as 2
Live
o'clock.
challenges. We'll try to automate something, live automation challenges we have. Okay. So I'll write down here for you. Just I'll paste the same thing in the group also. Tomorrow is what? Saturday, right? Saturday. That is 4th May 2024. 7 a.m. IST. 7 a.m. IST. We have live automation challenges. Okay, Selenium Java live automation challenges we have. We'll take some random example and try to automate that. Okay, that is tomorrow at 4th May, 7 a.m. IST. Okay, this is 7 a.m. IST related stuff. And after that, at 2:30 p.m. At 2:30 p.m. IST. Okay, we have a session on non-tech to tech series is there. Non-tech to tech series where we are going HTML in depth. Okay, on Visual Studio, we are practicing HTML in depth. You can attend the session. So people who are trying to ask me some questions on JavaScript, HTML in depth, right? This is a session for you. Okay. Then this will happen on both Saturday and Sunday. And at 5:30 p.m. IST, 5:30 p.m. IST, we have a session on DevOps and DevSecOps. DevOps and DevSecOps. Okay, DevOps and DevOps career guidance session. This is not. This is just a guidance session for you guys to understand what is the DevOps and DevSecOps. Okay. Then at 8 p.m. IST, we have a session on Java in-depth session. Okay, Java in-depth session, collections framework we are covering now. Collections framework, we are far away. Okay, anyone from the batch 1 people are attending these things for me. And if you are okay, you can also attend, no problem. And on Sunday, day after tomorrow, that is on Sunday, that is 5th May, we have these sessions. Again, Selenium Java live automation challenges will be there. Non-tech to tech series will be there. 5:30 p.m. Here we have CI/CD pipelines related session we have. Okay, I'll take the confirmation. If in case these sessions are not there, I'll take in place of that, I'll take manual testing sessions. Okay, but I'll most probably believe that the sessions will be there. I already have talked to them. I'll just inform them again tomorrow before the time. Again, Java in-depth collections framework only will be there. Clear, everyone? At what time? What is there?
When
Uh,
testing is done.
for collection frameworks, without any knowledge, we can attend.
Which
Or
one?
else collection frameworks.
It will be difficult for you, but try to attend and see. Because we are very depth, we are doing R&D. So I don't think that will be easy for you. Without Java knowledge, you cannot understand.
Okay.
After this Java Selenium sessions, you are going to conduct this collection framework, Java in-depth and Java Selenium live automation challenges for this batch.
This batch you have to attend parallelly only. Okay, so there is no separate thing, but they will be repeated. But you have to wait for that turn to come. Okay, so they will be in a rotation. These are all additional things I am providing. Okay, not part of the trainings, but additional things I am doing. Okay, so if you are part of this, no matter what, right, whether you understand or don't understand, if you try to attend these sessions, right, it will be better for you, I can say, in your career and all those stuff. Okay, HTML you can easily understand because already I explained a lot of HTML, right? You can easily understand this. Selenium live automation are random challenges only. Okay, you will get some idea about Selenium automation before it gets started only. So you can attend this. Only this one, I'm not sure. Okay, but this will be repeated again once one cycle is done, right? Again, it will start from beginning. For batch 1, it's there at the collections framework now. But for batch 2, it has to again start from beginning. That will take a lot of time. Okay. But if you don't want to miss them, you can attend them also right now also.
Regarding DevOps and DevSecOps,
Separate session is a, it's like, what we call
regarding
webinar kind of stuff, you can say, to get some new insights on different technologies and all. Okay. A separate topic. It's the first time. So other external person will come and give the session here. Okay. Not me.
Arun,
Yes.
actually, I need to know one thing, like
Hmm.
this 7 a.m. related things, Selenium Java live automation challenges. So, like as we have, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, as we have not started yet any automation
No
thing.
problem.
So,
It don't have to be started, but it may look like bit complex for you, but it will be good only. Okay. We will be solving the problems, right? So you'll get a feel of, how to solve the problems.
okay, and like these suppose like this Selenium Java live automation, and one more thing is the collection framework. So, does
Yes.
these things repeat for our batch in upcoming days or what?
I'm not sure, but I'll hope that it will repeat. Okay.
Okay, so no, as I was just asking that for the sake, like it's a part of
No, it's not
curriculum.
part of the training. It's not part of the training. These
Oh,
are all
okay,
additional stuff. Okay. It's all additional stuff. So they may or may not get repeated based on the situations. Okay.
okay,
So
okay,
better if you try to attend, then it will be okay. Okay.
okay, sure.
Because these are R&D sessions. We are just doing it for the sake of, you can watch the recordings. If you're unable to understand, right, all the recordings we are saving in the Google Drive, right? There also you can watch.
Yeah, sure.
So anyway, you can take, because you don't have, if you are part of that also is fine. If you see something is better than nothing, right? So something like that you have to do. Okay?
Yeah, for sure. Yes.
So if you attend that, you will get something. If you don't attend, you will get nothing. Okay. So based on that formula, you have to attend the sessions.
Right. Okay, sure.
All R&D and add-on sessions that will happen on weekends. All implementation part, you'll get more confidence if you attend. That's the only reason. Okay. So here I'll ping in the this group. Okay. So tomorrow's and day after tomorrow details. Okay, fine. So that's all, guys. Any other questions you guys have?
Manual testing class is not now. This
Not
class.
there, because the session, if sessions are not there, in place of that manual testing, if due to some XYZ reason that get cancelled, right, DevOps or DevSecOps, then I'll take the manual testing part thing. Okay. That is also manual testing is R&D only, right? As part of the batch, I'm not covering that. Those are R&D sessions only. In place of R&D sessions, we'll be having that there's expert sessions. Okay. Those are R&D and DevOps is also R&D thing, right? So in place of manual, we'll go for that R&D. Okay. That guidance sessions. We'll learn something new there. Okay.
No,
But
Arun, just one thing.
as part of your weekday training only, I'll cover manual testing in coming days. But whatever the sessions that are happening on weekends are R&D sessions. They are not real manual testing. Okay.
Arun, in your channel, is there AWS or Azure DevOps like that?
No, I don't have anything. Only Docker and Kubernetes is there. I'm not aware of AWS and DevSecOps and all those stuff. Okay, that will be covered in the by the expert only. Okay, my channel, I am not into the DevOps, so I don't have that idea. But I did some R&D on Docker and
No.
Kubernetes for Selenium automation.
Not DevOps, but I am asking regarding clouds.
Cloud related stuff, nothing is there in my channel. Okay, this is a guidance session. Maybe using this guidance session, right? You guys, have to understand that maybe in the coming days, I'll ask this guy to, take trainings if required. If anyone is interested, I'll try to ask. I don't know whether he is interested or not, but at least he's coming forward to take a session for us. So we'll go with that for now. Okay. He's having 8 years of experience and he want to, he's okay to give the guidance session. If anyone is new to DevOps or DevSecOps, right, you can get some information in that session and you can ask all the career doubts. Okay, whether you are a software tester or there may be some people who have moved from software testing to DevSecOps because they are interested. There are some people who moved from, from testing side to the BA side. It all depends, guys. Some people have become Scrum Master. It's okay. From testing field, you can start and you can go anywhere according to your need. So we have to open the channels. Okay. Someone don't like testing and they still stay in the testing side, that's not a good thing, right? They have to love the testing part. Okay, so that's how. Okay, we have been unable to locate the element. Manji is saying where is this element you got, Manju?
Remember, I have asked you yesterday, and then you
Facebook, right? Facebook, I
gave me
think so. The Facebook application, right?
Yes.
Facebook.com. If I take you, just see here.
And then the code you provided me, it says it's duplicated.
Inspect this. This login button you are talking about?
No, once you log in and then create an account, I am not able to insert the text here in the first name field.
Okay, we'll do one thing. We'll take this as a challenge tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. IST. Okay.
Okay.
So
if you don't mind, can I share my screen? And
no, not now. Let's not do it now. It will take time. If there is some problem, right, it will take a lot of time. So it looks like some interesting case only. I'll just take this as an example for tomorrow's session. Okay, try to attend tomorrow's 7 a.m. session where I'm going to cover this. Fine.
Okay, got it.
Or at least if you're not able to cover, you will get the recording at least. Okay.
Sure.
You just select Telegram group and automate Facebook. Create new account, right? Create new account. Create new account and entering details. Okay. It don't have to be successful, but this is a challenge we'll take tomorrow morning. Okay, we'll start like this kind of automation challenges we take and try to solve on the weekends. Okay. So that we'll get some different kind of mindset and so try to attend, guys. Something is better than nothing. Try to attend, whether you know or you doesn't know, try to attend that. Okay. Try to attend sessions. No matter you have the knowledge as something is better than nothing. You will get some new insights and your confidence will improve or increase. Confidence will increase otherwise. Okay. Okay. Try to attend the sessions, guys. Any other questions? Anyone? Guys, any other questions?
So one thing,
Manju, you can do one more thing, Manju. Do you have the idea of Selenium ID I covered in the sessions? Manju, you there?
Yes, I tried to copy the code from there and then try to apply it.
It's not working?
Same problem. Yes.
Okay, okay. Let's see. That means there is challenge hidden there. Okay, so is Facebook stopping or what is happening? We have to see.
This is the exception that I got in my Eclipse ID.
Okay, okay. Write something here. Okay, fine. Just give me a second, guys. Yeah, let's go here and go to that facebook.com page, project, something, record, give the URL, start recording, maximize this, click on this, Arun, up to this enough, right? Stop, test name, okay. What is happening? It's not working, right? It's unable to click on that button.
Arun, is session complete? Means can we left?
Yeah, you can leave, Sheikh, no problem. I'm just solving the problem for other person.
Okay, okay. Have
Okay.
bye. Good night.
Yeah, bye. Manju, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Just give me a second. Yes. Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah, it's not working here also. Let's see whether it's able to locate or not. Okay, the dialog came here. But the last one is not working. Is it locating? Maybe inspect this field. Inspect that field. There is some dynamic activities going on, okay? Whatever it is taking, you see this taking ID, is this ID changing every time or it's constant? Manju, is that ID changing every time or is constant?
I think it's changing.
Changing means it will not work, okay?
Okay.
We'll see this tomorrow, okay? Then
Okay.
how to make this and all I have to explore and see what part of is changing and what part is not changing. If it is changing, that will not work, okay? We have to create an XPath expression or something for that. So I'll cover that tomorrow, okay? So Selenium ID will not help there, okay? Yeah, any other questions, anyone? Guys, anyone have any other questions here?
Arun, as manual, after manual testing only, we are going to start the API part.
Yes,
Or
correct,
what
correct.
is the plan?
First Selenium Java need to be over. Okay. After that, manual should be over. After that, we'll go for the other areas like API and all those stuff. Okay.
Okay. Why? Because in the manual and Selenium automation is going parallelly, right?
No.
Now
It's not going
currently.
parallel. It's not going parallelly. On the weekends, those are R&D sessions on weekends. Those are not manual testing sessions. Anyone who is really interested in doing more R&D on manual testing, right? For them only the weekend sessions are there. Okay.
Okay.
General manual testing sessions are not on weekends. As part of the batch, it has to go on, whether it is batch 1 or batch 2. In batch 2, Selenium Java is going on a R&D basis, but in the batch 2, in batch 1, R&D basis, Selenium Java is going on. In the batch 2, it's going on in a normal basis, okay? So you can see that, right? I'm not trying to allow the R&D here because that will take a lot of time, okay? So after we complete the 50 days, I will try to do whatever the R&D we want, whatever the direction we want. There will not be any end for that, okay? But we'll try to cover the API only after manual. That's the only way. Okay. Without explaining a manual, I cannot explain API. That's the reason.
Okay. Sure. Thank you.
Fine. Any other questions, anyone?
Yeah, I don't. So one question.
Yes, Vishnu.
Yeah. So will we like record tomorrow's session? So
yeah, we'll record the tomorrow sessions. No matter whether you attend or not, recordings will be there. Okay.
okay, thank you.
They'll be in the Google Drive and you can see that. Okay. Different folders are there. Okay. You just respective folder, you go and take it.
All right. Thanks. Thank you.
Okay, Vishnu. Yeah. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions?
So one question.
Yes, Ram.
So like you mentioned about the JavaScript, right?
You mentioned about the JavaScript, yes.
Yes, like we have one JavaScript executor interface in that Selenium, right?
Yes, JSA execute script, but for that you don't have to learn JavaScript entirely. Some basic knowledge of JavaScript and with the DOM statements you have to learn. At that time of JavaScript executor, I'll cover all those stuff during Selenium automation series.
Like today morning, I tried one scenario. Sir.
Okay.
So like there is a web page. We have to click on that one button.
Okay.
It will open a one window.
Mm-hmm.
Inside a window, we have a scroll bar. Sir.
Okay.
So I am unable to scroll the inside scroll bar, sir.
You want to scroll inside the scroll bar.
Yes,
did you
sir.
click inside the particular field or something and then you try to scroll or what did?
No, directly I want scrolls.
For example, I'll take this example. Just let me know whether it is matching with that. umai.blogspot.com if I go. There's a text area field here.
Yes.
Okay. I'll type something here like my name is Arun Moturi. I'll copy paste this one multiple times. Now you got a scroll bar, right?
Yes, sir.
This scroll bar you want to scroll?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, we'll take this as a challenge for tomorrow because this may take some R&D here. Okay.
Sir.
We'll take that. I'll just make a note of this.
So I tried different commands in JavaScript, sir. Like
maybe JavaScript only we have to do, but let's see how we can take that forward. Okay. We'll do that R&D on tomorrow. So automate scroll bar scrolling of text area field. Okay.
Okay. Not to.
Tomorrow we'll cover this one, and this also we'll try to cover that as a
Okay, sir.
random challenge. Okay.
Tomorrow 7 a.m. right, sir?
Tomorrow at 7 a.m. IST. Right.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Welcome. Any other questions, guys? Guys, anyone have any other questions? Okay, fine then. So that's all for today, guys. We'll meet tomorrow in the upcoming sessions. Okay. Till then, bye everyone. Have a nice day or good night. Bye everyone. See you.